I'm Carrie Scrimo of ACTHA, and we're here today doing Section 3 for the premium members to show them just how to really excel at doing these ACTHA obstacles. This is Tess Palmer, an ACTHA apprentice, and she's going to be demonstrating for us. We've kind of got the Westlish look going on here, where the horse is wearing a Western bridle and an English saddle, and that is absolutely fine with us. Whatever kind of tack you want to use, as long as you have a saddle on and a bridle on, is great with us. Okay, so what we're going to start today with just having the horse cross the bridge. All right, so Tess, why don't you walk around, come at it again. We want to make sure that your eyes are up, because a trail rider's primary thing is to keep their eyes up, make sure nothing's down the trail is going to knock them off. So a trail rider always needs to look forward, not down at the bridge. So let's come on over the bridge. Now she's using two hands here, but we'll demonstrate it again with neck reining. And she's going to keep her eyes up and walk straight over the bridge. Come straight towards the camera. That's great. Now turn and go back. And then come across, go back the same way, come across using your neck rein. It's important that she comes straight down the middle of the bridge. Okay, you don't want to be too close to either side of the bridge. And you certainly don't want to look off the bridge. This bridge has railings. There she goes. Very nice, Tess. Okay, this bridge has railings. But if the bridge that you're riding on doesn't have railings, it's very important that you not look over and down to the side, because your horse is then going to step off the bridge. Okay, so he'll try to go to balance for you, and if you look down off the side, which is very tempting, but don't do it. Look straight ahead. Okay, all right. Now Tess is going to demonstrate a stop on the middle of the bridge. So go back around. She's going to stop, and she's going to count out loud for 3 seconds. And she's going to let her reins be really soft, go kind of really with a loose rein. Because what we want to see is the horse stand still.
1, 2, 3.
Good. So that was very nice. And this is a 5-year-old horse. He's fairly green to ACTHA, but he's got a wonderfully nice disposition. However, in competition, though, you know, it can be much more difficult. So in competition, if he wanted to move on that bridge, one of the first things that she would go to is her seat and her voice. Okay, she would drop her seat down, which would mean like she's pushing her belly button. Go ahead and show that. She's like pushing her belly button towards her spine. She would drop her seat back. Okay, that would help the horse know that she was going to stop. Then she would use her voice, saying, "Whoa," right? The last thing she would go to is her rein. But she would use her rein when she needed to. So you're demonstrating her sitting down deep. Okay, not too much shoulder, more from your hip. Good, that's good. Okay, so remember that what are our aids? Our aids are our reins, our hands, right? Our aids are our seat, our legs, and our voice. And of course, with a trail rider, you want to use your voice. This is an individual competition. So it's not like you're saying whoa to every horse in the ring. You're just saying whoa to your own horse. So you want to be subtle with your voice, but believe me, they can hear you. You can very gently say whoa. Okay, lower your voice, say whoa, sit down. Okay, And those will be the things that will help you most if your horse wants to walk off the bridge. All right, so what we're going to do now is a back off the bridge. Now, there are some really important things here. So Tess is going to come onto the bridge, and she's going to stop. And then what's important is that she look behind her while she's not moving. And then she backs off. As I come on the bridge, look behind you. Okay, so he anticipated you. Come on the bridge more. Come further up the bridge and say whoa to him. Get him to do a nice full stop and relax. So as I said, this is a greener horse. So he makes mistakes, which is excellent for you because you get to see mistakes. Come on up, look up. Now say whoa. Now soften your hand. Now let him relax. Look behind you. Okay. Now it's important that she sits still and use her legs to guide the horse back. So there he goes. He backs nice and straight. What's very important here is that she look behind before she moves. Then she wants to use her legs to guide the horse back. If he's swinging his hind end to the right, she's going to use her right leg. If he's swinging his hind end to the left, she's going to close that door on the left side. Use her left leg. So that was good. But remember to look behind before you do anything. A horse doesn't have rear view mirrors. But once you're moving, do not start wiggling around and looking behind you, because your horse will sense that and he will start to wiggle around. So he will not back straight. The only way you can get a 10 on this obstacle is to back straight, in a straight line, which is the hardest thing to do. Okay, so this is something of import that I want to share with you, and that's he's wearing, a kind of a classic correctional Western bridle. Now, can you ride in a hackamore in ACTHA? Yes, you can. But it has to be a legitimate hackamore. It cannot be a rope halter. Now, if it is advertised as a hackamore, it might look like a rope halter because Pirelli makes a Pirelli hackamore. But it is advertised as a hackamore. So why use a bit as opposed to a hackamore? This is up to you. I use bits because I get a quicker response from my horse with a bit than I do with a hackamore. It's a more immediate response. However, there are some horses that perform better with a hackamore, and that is totally up to you. On trail riding, what are the advantages of a hackamore? Well, the horse can eat without messing up his bit. So if you want to stop and let your horse graze, then a hackamore could be an appropriate use. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say about the use of a hackamore. It is totally up to you, but if you are using a hackamore that looks like a rope halter, please make sure that it is sold as a legitimate hackamore and you can present that to your ride host if there's a question about it. So I hope you've enjoyed these special tips as a premium member of ACTHA. We'll be having more coming up next time. There are so many ACTHA obstacles, so we'll try to give you those little special hints that will make you perform beautifully and make your horse comfortable and happy. Thanks for watching.